It's Valentine's Day, of course.
Where are you?
Excuse me?
Where are you?
What do you mean,
Your
where am
level's terrible.
I know, but see, there's nothing I can do about it. Don't you
should test
understand?
your mic before you come on air.
Don't you understand? There's nothing I can do about it. Is that okay now? Is that better?
It's a bit better.
But you see, that is as loud as I can possibly be. And that is probably too low. There are people out there probably saying I can't hear him. Not that they want to, but there are people saying I can't hear him. But this is as loud as I can be in here. Is that me? Ken.
Well, Ken was very angry this morning.
I know he was.
Ken was in the studio, and you know all the chairs that you have about there? He was pushing them into position.
saw him,
But he's very angry about Valentine's Day.
That's because nobody loves him.
No, he says people are getting the wrong end of the stick.
Yes.
Trust you.
Universal complaint.
Trust you.
And in what way? In what way?
He said,
in what way?
he said, you're twisted little mind.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm a twisted little person. Go ahead.
Know. He said that, for instance, Nolan there was getting people to phone in and say how long they were married and all that business. He says, Valentine's Day, according to Ken, is for courting couples.
He's absolutely right.
Singles Day. He said it's about you send this card to the love of your life, guess who, and all that business.
That's right.
He says you don't send a Valentine's card to your wife or your partner or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, you don't.
So what I say is, married couples butt out.
Yes, that's what Ken's saying. It's for young couples. Well, not so much young couples, but courting couples.
Well, you see, you're going to have to tell the people out there that, because people are sending me Valentine's greetings already. Here's one. Please, Gerry, as a long-time listener to yourself and the eyebrow, that's you, I was wondering, I hope you don't mind being called the eyebrow. I didn't make that up, it's here. I was wondering, don't sigh like that. Makes me feel sorry for you.
I hadn't a bad night last night, by the way.
I was just about to ask.
I had no...
agoraphobia, whatever you call it.
Apnea last night.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a bad sleep.
Good.
You know,
That's how you finished now?
Yeah, I think so.
I was wondering if you could maybe play a request for my lovely wife, Barbara, on tomorrow's Valentine show. It's a Valentine show today. I know there is no use requesting a particular song as you would not play it. Well, you see, there's a judgment right there, isn't it? Value judgment. So I leave the choice to you. I really enjoy listening to the banter between you two, and I hope it continues for a long time into the future. So do I.
Yeah. That was a lovely song you played at the start, by the way.
I thought it was. Yeah. I thought I would, do something special.
Very, very nice.
Joby Fox, Jobyfox.
Where's he from?
He's from here. I do believe he's from Belfast, or indeed some small hamlet.
Well, where's he based?
He's based in Northern Ireland, in the province here itself.
Is he?
Yes, commuting back and forward and making music for the people of the province. After
Well,
all, we've been through a lot. Been through a lot during the Troubles and various economic tribunals. For God's sake, man, the people need cheering up. Good man, good love song there, Valentine's Day.
I had this notion that he was in Germany.
He may have been in Germany. Many people do go to Germany to make some shekels. The tinkle of a shilling. That's what Peter O'Toole once said. He said, the acting profession. Why did this come into my head? I said tinkle, yeah. The acting profession is very simple, he said. All that one wants to have complete satisfaction is the tinkle of a shilling and the approval of your peers. The tinkle of a shilling and the approval of your peers. That's all there is. There's nothing else. And you know something? He's right. The tinkle of a shilling and people saying they like you. That's all there is in life.
Of a shilling.
The tinkle of a shilling. The tinkle of a shilling. The tinkle of a shilling.
I was trying to do John Hurt. John Hurt.
The tinkle of a shilling.
John Hurt with the tinkle of a shilling.
The best thing that Peter O'Toole ever did was a movie called...
Is John Hurt living in Dublin?
I don't know,
I think
to be
so.
honest. There was a programme on last night on RTE, and you may have seen a little bit of it. Who do you think you are? It may have been a repeat, but with John Hurt running down his ancestors.
Is he Irish?
He is, in a way, I think, in much the same way as Peter O'Toole was Irish, even though Peter O'Toole was not born in Ireland. A lot of people, like Spike Milligan and Peter O'Toole and John Hurt, are Irish because they feel as if they are.
Yeah, what do you call the director? John Ford.
John Ford. Well, he was Irish.
Well, he became a citizen.
Yes, indeed. He was Irish. And John Hurt, I think his great-grandfather was Irish and that kind of thing. And his son is Irish. His son was born in Portlaoise. And he regards himself as being Irish. Mm-hmm. The best movie that Peter O'Toole ever made was a movie called, let me think what it's called. I can't remember it now. And in it he plays a kind of an Errol Flynn character who is going on a live TV show, such as the Sid Caesar show in the 50s in New York. It was called My Favourite Year. That's what he called the movie. And he's on, you see, and he's drunk. He's an Errol Flynn character appearing in a live show. Very, very funny.
Does he fall over a table?
He does everything. He's great. It was his best movie, I think, called My Favourite Year. And the best part in it is goes into the ladies' toilet by mistake.
Yes.
And he's standing there having
Don't. Do you have to? Do you really have to? Can we not talk about another scene from the film, please? Is that the one there's a big, long board table?
He's standing in the ladies' toilet.
He throws himself up the board table and everyone having a meeting.
He's standing in the ladies' toilet and the woman comes in and says, "Oh, what are you doing here? This is for ladies." And he said, "So is this, madam, but every once in a while I have to run a little water through it." Morning, Gerry. Would you please play Jackie Sharkey, Be My Valentine, and wish Eileen happy Valentine's Day for all my love, from Jonathan. So I said to myself, there's a request for Jackie Sharkey, a fine singer. And then I said, here's another one. Could you please play Be My Valentine by Jackie Sharkey for someone really special? And I said to myself, that must be the one that corresponds with the other one. But it's two completely different ones. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it? Isn't it amazing now?
Why are you wearing your little grey costume?
Because I'm going over to Alton Galvin.
Very nice.
Thank you.
It's
I'm going over to
nice.
Alton Galvin at lunchtime, Alton Galvin Hospital at lunchtime to attend a little ceremony. People who have contributed art to the Breast Screening Centre.
Oh, very good.
And then later on today, it's a big day
You've
for
a
me.
big day for you.
Big day for me. Big day for me at the opening of Ebrington Square in the waterside area of Derry, London, Derry.
You're opening it?
Yes. No, I'm not.
Well, yes, it's all about you.
No, the Prime Minister is, and the Deputy Minister, and all kinds of people. So there's a great evening of light shows and music. Brona Gallagher, the Wonder Villains. It starts at 6 o'clock and it's on at 10 o'clock. And it's absolutely free. So anyone in the vicinity or wants to come up to our city, go across the Peace Bridge and there you are. That's the grand opening of Ebrington Square, which is an old barracks, old British Army barracks, which was built in 1841. And has now been handed over to the ILEX and the council and people.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to stand there and say, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a momentous moment for the city of Derry, London.
All right.
I want you to all put your hands together.
What time's that?
And pray.
6?
I don't know.
So what do I do then? Then do you call me on, or what happens
you're
then?
You're not required on stage, but of course, if you wish to attend like an ordinary person, you can come over with the multitudes and the ordinary people walk across the bridge. As I said before, there's no reason why you can't come because it's free. I know if you had to pay, you'd be nowhere near the place. Would you please mention that our wee friend, and it's completely, absolutely free from 6 o'clock. The grand opening is at 6:40, and the bands start to play at 7 o'clock. There are light shows, there's Valentine stuff, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Come over and have a look.
What's Valentine stuff?
There's a wee kind of love chalet.
What do you mean?
People,
like your hut? Like your wee hut?
yeah, they've reconstructed it. And I've got the only key.
What do you mean there's sort of love stuff going on?
And never you mind.
Well, you don't tell me.
I'll explain it later.
You're the MC.
I don't have the piece of paper
Tell
here.
me what the love stuff is.
There's love stuff going on.
There's a wee hut there.
No, it's a reconstruction. They've got a 2-bar grate and a stool and a string with a bare light bulb. And they give me 50p to go inside for 10 minutes. Would you please mention that our wee friend and colleague, Donna Connolly, is celebrating the 10th anniversary of her 32nd birthday today on Valentine's Day. Donna is what is known as a bubbly character. I hope she's not the type of girl that we used to encounter. Do you remember when we used to do outside broadcast before Hugo did the ball? Do you remember? Right. We used to do outside broadcast. We'd go to a bra factory in Cookstown or somewhere like that. And we'd go the day before. And the manager would say, come on, I must show you around the place. You have to meet Old Jimmy.
You never went the day before. I went the day before.
Don't be ruining the story.
I know.
And they'd say, you have to meet Old Jimmy. He's great crack. Oh, he's great crack. You never meet. Oh, he's the life and soul of the whole place. You have to meet him. And I would say, no, we'll show you meet him on the day. Oh, no, you have to meet him. He's full of crack, he's full of yarns, he keeps the whole place going. So then again, what you do is you arrive there in the morning, you say, where's old Jimmy? You say, that's him over there. And you see old Jimmy in the corner, you say. And then the first thing you do is you're going to start the programme well. So you go over and you say, hello, Jimmy. And Jimmy goes, and he runs away. Anyway, why am I telling you this?
There's a wee call.
Donna Connolly is fond of a bottle or 3 of the old falling down water and is the life and soul of any party, whether she is invited or not. She took a crowd of 20 mad girls from Northern Ireland to Lansbury recently and never slept a wink the whole time, making sure everyone didn't sleep either, including the locals. I'm sorry I missed that. Although she is generous in her nature, I'm not sure about her willingness to part with the Queen's shilling, as her travelling partner, Tony Stanley, yes, that is his real name, will testify, as she used to take his bus fare off him every morning when giving him a lift. Well, you see, that's enterprise. That's how people make money. Also, her daily fights with her colleague in crime, Mr. Lee Patterson, give us a good laugh every day. It's like George and Mildred. Do you remember George and Mildred?
I do indeed.
Many people don't.
Joyce.
Yuffa Joyce.
And
What was the man's name? You see, you don't know.
I can't remember. Was he Brian somebody?
Brian somebody.
You sure?
Leave it now, please. In all
Head,
leave it.
moustache,
Leave it now.
prominent teeth.
Leave it, please. Leave it. George and Mildred, just leave it at that. In all seriousness, he has a big heart. She has a big heart of gold, and I know she'll have a big tear in her eye when she hears this, as she listens to your show every day, as we all do, in the National Return Centre in Belfast. Is that in Tomb Street? Is that the Return Letter Centre in Tomb Street? I think it might well be. And that is from a gentleman called, I'm getting through this stuff today, ripping through it all, Ivan Crozier.
Did they first appear in Rise and Damp?
Let's leave it, please. Will you?
Did they? And
No, because you're going to start, people are going to ring in about George and Mildred. Now, don't do that. You always do that. Stop it, please. Gerry, love is caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain. Unfortunately, by the time the balance is restored, you find yourself surrounded by bawling wains, a hormonally challenged wife, and 40 years of future debt. The only cure for love is marriage. How long does love last? There's two types of love. This is Valentine's Day. We talked about this before, and I want to see if you can remember. There are two types of love. Love is love stroke lust, and the other one is love stroke like. Right? Yeah. And a successful marriage must have a combination of the two. Because love stroke lust lasts for 2 years.
Love stroke lust?
Lust lasts for 2 years.
Does the same apply to the girl?
Oh, yeah. Because you meet somebody and you're really attracted to them physically, you know, and you want all the time, and you can't stop. That lasts about 2 years, if you're lucky, maximum. Then after that...
Who goes first? Who does... Is it usually
the girl gets fed up first, yeah.
The girl gets fed up the fella?
Uh-huh. Yeah, but you know, it's very much, kind of it's a dead heat, if I may use the expression. It's a dead heat, basically. They get fed up at the same time. You know the time, let's go to bed this afternoon. And then they go, no, I'm not tired. That kind of thing. So that's love stroke lust. That's the thing that lasts about 2 years. Now, if you don't like the person, a divorce follows the third year. You have to love a person plus lust plus love. Love, lust, love. The 3 L's. Right. Love, lust, like. Love comes first. Lust comes first.
Wait a minute, now let's get this right. You love somebody? No, you lust somebody. Lust comes first.
Yeah, but do you think, when you lust after somebody, you think you love them.
But that lust is first.
But it comes with a love. You think that's what love is. So you meet somebody and you're very attracted to them and you say, I love her. I love her. See, that's basically not love, it's lust, basically.
And
right?
She feels the same way about him.
Oh, yes. And then if you get married on that basis, and you don't, but you can lust after somebody and not particularly like them. Do you know what I mean?
You can.
Do you understand what I'm saying here?
What are you saying?
You can lust after somebody because they're physically attractive, but you don't particularly like them as a person.
Just lust.
Yeah, but some people think that's love, right?
Yes.
And I know this may be not the thing for Valentine's Day, but I can't think of any other better day to talk about it. I have to warn these people out there. Because if you're going with this girl and she's lovely, beautiful, lovely body and everything, I love her, she's beautiful, she's lovely. Like Jordan or somebody. You know what I mean? You could hang in with Jordan, even though she's horrible, but you'd hang in there because look at me with her. Wow! That kind of thing.
I would think of wee Sally out of Coronation Street.
Okay, there's Jordan out of Coronation Street and there's Sally. Right. Yeah. Which one will you pick?
Wee Sally.
I think I'll go with Jordan, even though she's now a bitch.
Right.
Anyway, carry on. So what happens is when you're somebody like that, you think, and then you're great, and you get married.
I like Sally's hair,
and you don't see him for about a year. You see, and then you come out of the bedroom after a year later, and you go, "Jesus, boys, what's the date there?" And then grubbing the go there, and then it starts to go downhill from there. If you don't like the person, but if you like the person, you can stay married for 50, 60 years. If you like the person, you go to the pictures with them and all, and have meals and chat about stuff. But you can't go out with somebody you don't like.
No, you just disappeared there. No, come on. Funny as that. The lust, the love, the let's go to bed in the afternoon stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, what's the next one?
Oh, you see, that peters out.
Yeah, but what's the other one?
The like.
Aye.
Oh, that's
Explain like to me.
No, that's what's supposed to kick in when the lust stops. If you like the person, you don't mind the how's your mother? Is your father still working? Stopping. Really stopping. Not as often as it was before.
Aye.
You don't mind that because you like the person. But if it stops...
Is that a continuation of lust?
Yes. It moves into another area.
That's what I'm asking you. There's not... You see, sometimes people see where they're with one another.
Yes.
And they like one another, and there's
Yep.
good fun, and she's good company, he's good company, the crack's great, and then they start to love one another.
Oh, gee, that's what happens. Yeah.
That's but this is right. And
Lust,
then,
like, and then love.
and then would they start lusting?
No, they've already lusted before.
No, they haven't.
No, you have to lust first. You don't lust with people that you know. You only lust with people that you do know. You only lust with people that you meet. If I meet somebody around the corner, you lust. You go, ah! You don't start suddenly lust after 2 years. You don't. It's a sudden thing. Why do you make me talk about this? But it's a very important, and people should know the difference.
You've confused me.
Now, I know I've confused you. I'll come back to this because I want to do something else.
There's a personal one.
Is there? We'll postpone the other stuff, the other thing I'm going to do until I talk to the person on one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you understand what I mean when I'm talking to him about love, lust, like? Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
What about Jimmy Stewart? Do you remember the film Shenandoah? Do you remember the film Shenandoah?
Me?
Yes. Do you remember the film Shenandoah? What did he say to his daughter?
I don't know.
What did he say to his daughter? I can't do Jimmy Stewart, but I'll try.
I don't know.
He's sitting on the porch, and his daughter is there, and she says, I'm going out with Jeb.
Who?
Jeb.
Jeb?
Jeb. And Jimmy
Oh,
Stewart
will I
said,
do
Jeb.
her?
Jeb. And he says,
Daddy,
yeah.
Daddy,
And she says, I love him, Daddy. I love him. He said, I know you love him, but do you like him?
Oh, do you like him?
Can you do that? Can you
No, you do that. No, I'll do her.
I do want to do her.
No, I want to do her.
Daddy, I love Jeb. I love him.
What's my line?
I know you love him, but do you like him?
I know you love him, but do you like him?
That was Gregory Peck.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't.
I know
No.
Gregory Peck when I hear him.
Gregory Peck is shaking his cheeks. Do you like him? I know you love him, but do you like him? That's Gregory Peck.
That is Gregory
That
Peck.
is Gregory
But you're
Peck.
nearly Gregory Peck.
Yeah, what, Jim? What's
Give me Jimmy Stewart again.
Jimmy,
Jim!
but see, I've got a cold.
I love Jeb. I love him, Daddy.
Oh, I know you. Okay, I've got to get down there.
Yeah,
I can't
down
get
there.
down there. See,
Down
this
there.
cold.
Down there.
I know you love him.
That's it.
I know you love him, but do you like him?
Still a wee bit of Gregory Peck.
Yes,
in there, but
no,
it's less than there was before.
But it's
Anyway,
it's
never mind
difficult.
that. Talk to this man here. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm sorry about that. I began to talk to you and then I went away. Do you understand what I mean? Lust, love, like. Lust, like, love. Lust, love, like. What's Van Morton used to say? Loves to love, love. Love loves to love. Remember that song? Loves love to love, loves love to love. Who wrote that?
I know you love him, but do you like him?
Who wrote Loves love to love?
I don't know.
James Joyce. Love loves to love. In
I
other
thought
words,
that was a foremost song.
no, it's
A
James.
little lovin'.
No. Loves to love. Love. It's from Madame George. No, from Madame George. Madame George quotes James Joyce in that song. Love loves to love. You see? Sorry, we're going to try and talk to this man again. We're going to talk to you eventually. It's all right. What can we do? Oh, here's your phone. You better go. Sorry, what can we do for you, sir?
I'll tell you what it is. Two things, Jerry. I work for Bangor Camps in Bangor, and we do a thing where I dress up as Santa Claus every Christmas. And we raise money for charity.
It's a good time to dress as Santa, yeah?
Yep, and have antlers on the calf as well.
Yes.
It looks good for the kids. But I want to thank all the customers because we raised £505.07
Oh, well done.
for the cancer fund for children.
Well done. So you did that up all over the Christmas period?
Just all of December every year we raise for different charities.
Okay, well, which charity is going to benefit from that, I wonder? Have you decided yet?
Cancer fund.
Cancer Fund, yeah,
Cancer
okay.
fund for children this year.
And you just like to thank the people who donated, who gave money?
Yep. We've just
Okay.
got the result in, so I thought I'd like to get a plug for that. And also, I'm 34 years married today.
Uh-huh. Do you like her?
The other word comes to mind as well.
Do you like her? Do you love her? But do you like her? Oh, no. Well, congratulations. Did you say 34? You're not 34 years married today, are you?
Yes.
Oh, listen, you got married on Valentine's Day.
My dad married me.
Your father married you?
Yep.
Was your father a minister?
He was indeed in the Church of Ireland on the Crumlin Road.
I was going to say my father married me too. He was a priest. Really? That's fantastic. Your father married you. Isn't that fantastic? What could be better than that? Hey,
Well, he wanted to get rid of me, I think.
did you give him a tip? Did you give him an envelope with money in it? Oh, listen, congrats. 30. What? How many years? 34.
34 years married today.
Oh, congratulations.
My
What's
wife is a midwife in Bangor as well.
what's your wife's name?
Liz.
Liz. Oh, congratulations, Liz. Congratulations to the two of you. Have a lovely day. You going to go out and have a nice meal tonight or something like that?
Yeah, well, I better not say in the air.
Oh, say nothing. Okay. A better surprise. Okay. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right. We'll be back after news, approximately 3, 4, maybe, who knows, after 11 o'clock. How good is that? Eh? How good is that?
Big child.
How good is that? That's the best. I think that's the best version of that I've ever heard.
Emma doesn't like it.
I know, that's because she's pregnant. It's all behind her now. That's Charlie Lansbury, of course. That's a song. That's even better than Art Garfunkel's.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
No, Emma says no, you're wrong.
I Only Have Eyes for You, Charlie Lansbury, from an album called Love in a Song. And before that, we have a nice song by Guy Clark, which I featured all Guy Clark's songs yesterday. And that was a song called All Through Throwing Good Love After Bad by Verlon Thompson, Verlon Thompson. And that's from an album called This One's for Him, a tribute to Guy Clark, which was released last year on Ice House Music.
Now, you have a wee call, but before you take the wee call, could you help Liam? Liam's looking to get in contact with the person that he met 2 Saturdays ago in Lavery's back bar.
Oh.
Her name is Sylvia, and she's a nurse, and she's tall, she's brown hair, she sings, she plays guitar, and she's a vegetarian. Liam wants to meet her again.
Doesn't sound like the typical Lavery's drinker.
So there you are.
Was she upright, standing?
It's Lavery's, the place we went, C6 Steve.
No.
Not Lavery's. That was John Hewitt.
John Hewitt, yeah.
Lavery's.
Lavery's is great,
Down
yeah.
round the front.
Big student bar, Bradbury Place.
No,
yeah.
wait a minute now.
A lot of action there at the weekend.
Is Lavery's the old bar?
Yeah.
The very, very, very old bar.
Not all that very, very, very old. It's in
Is it
Bradbury
not-
Place.
not one of-
Bradbury Place, that's the
Is it
address.
not the oldest bar in Belfast?
No,
or
the
something?
Crown Bar is.
What bar? No, what? No, it's
No,
not.
McHugh's.
Yeah, it's,
McHugh's is the oldest.
that's the one I'm thinking
It's
about.
not that, no. You listen,
the-
look, watch my lips. Bradbury Place.
Look,
Lavery's.
Look,
Bradbury
you
Place.
might as well say to me the Sea of Tranquility.
The Sea of Tranquility.
Do you understand?
Bradbury Place.
I don't know where that is.
Jerry, it's our wedding anniversary tomorrow. Please tell my wife, Joy Walker.
Is that down beside the clock?
She's nearly Jay Walker.
Is that down beside the clock?
No.
No, the place that I am thinking about down beside the clock, the old bar, McHugh's.
McHugh's.
Is that down beside the clock?
Yes.
So would you take me now to Bradbury Place?
I'm not taking you anywhere because you don't know where you're going.
Is
Please
it,
tell my
is it-
wife, Joy Walker, from Points Pass.
Where is it, Emma?
that-
Up near Queen.
Will you leave it? Get yourself a guide or something. Please tell my wife, Joy Walker, I keep saying Jay Walker, Joy Walker from Points Pass, that she is my wee darling honey. And my life would be empty. Will you shut up, please? These requests mean something to people. My life would be empty without her. That's from her husband, Harold Walker. Jerry, please play a request for my husband, Charlie, and wish him a very happy Valentine's Day from his wife, Nancy. Thank you both for the programme every morning.
What do you call the new hotel? It's not a new hotel. It's about.
Will you leave it? Leave it, please. You're loud and clear here in Dungannon. Could you please talk to Patsy and Francie and the other boy and ask them what attracted them to their partners? Well, he's difficult. There's Ducky Patsy. It's hard to get them in the one spot there. But I'll try and imagine what they would have said. Patsy, Francie and Barney. You see, Patsy's is the body work, right? And he would say, she had a queer chassis on her. When I seen her, the wife there, when I seen her first, I met her in it was a GAA match. I was fighting, round about the halfway line. I was just getting rid of this boy. Just give him a bunch of fives round the thrapple there. And I looked around, I seen this woman. I said, there's boys, the queer chassis and that. So me doing the body work, I went up and approached it. And I'm married till it now. Anyway, Fancy does the engines. And he said, I met, and she could go like the clappers. I'll tell you what, she had some engine on her. And Barney does the electrics. And he says, when he seen her, his eyes lit up.
You worked that one well.
And they're all happily married. Patsy's there. Let me just check that I've got the dates here. And Patsy's married 40 years, Fancy's 35, and Barney's 45 years. And it'll come up to nearly a century between them. Just more. 140 maybe.
White's Tavern.
Excuse me?
White's.
What?
White's Tavern apparently is the oldest in Belfast.
All right. So sue me. Is there somebody on the line here?
Did you get the Mark Mulholland interview? A man wants to know.
I haven't got it yet. No, I'm still looking for it.
Right.
It's buried somewhere in the... What is this here? What is that about? Hello?
That's must have a phone on.
Hello?
A radio.
Hello.
On.
Sorry, there's something wrong there. Are you a man? Do you have a radio on in the close proximity of where you are?
I just turned it off.
Have you just turned it off? Well, it's no better. What's that noise there?
The noise in the background.
What is that?
It's the shovel.
Does he speak? Is this
The
English?
shovel. He turned it off, he says.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if it was English or not.
No, off.
How are you? What can we do for you today on this fine Valentine's Day? Do you want to send a message out to your loved one?
Definitely not.
All right then. Well, what do you want then?
I thought you on the phone about Jerry. I'm trying to get my hands on the soundtrack for the Smokey and Bandit movie, but I cannot get it anywhere.
Smokey and the
one-
Bandit.
Yep.
Who was that? Who was in that?
Burt Reynolds and Jerry
That's right.
Reid.
Yes. Can you not get the soundtrack of it?
No.
Why don't you just get the movie and you get that very cheap? But why don't you just get the movie?
Because I have the movie, but I want the song on my phone, you see, to listen to.
All right, but are the songs not complete on the movie, or do you just sing bits of them?
I just read bits of it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, soundtrack. Anyone out there's got the soundtrack?
Says like an explosion.
We have to. Sorry, we have to leave you.
He's all right.
He's not all right.
Wait, he must have shifted in his chair, did he?
Where
is he?
that? I had to leave
Ask
him
him.
there.
Ask him where he is.
Where are you?
Outside Armagh.
Well,
On
you
the
see, that
farm.
explains
He's on a
everything.
farm.
I know.
Yep.
A lot of stuff going on there. All right, anyone out there who's got the copy of the soundtrack of Smokey and the Bandit, give us a ring here.
What songs are on that?
Just leave it.
What songs does Andy want to hear? What song in particular, Andy, did you want to hear?
Who cares?
Andy does.
He knows. He can get the soundtrack. Let him sort it out himself.
But what song? What's your favourite song, Andy?
Bet you doesn't know any of them on it.
Go on.
Favourite song is by Jerry Reid, Eastbound Down. It's good. But there's also a song at the very start of the movie, and I can't seem to find it. It's about Smokey driving down a hill backwards. So it is.
You see, you're sorry you asked now, aren't you?
Okay.
All right, then we'll get that for you if humanly
you
possible. I won't, no, but someone will get it and ring here and you will convey the message to this man. Thank you very much, sir. Happy Valentine's Day.
Same to you, Jerry.
Bye.
Any
Bye.
chance you could put on a wee Jerry Reid song today?
Jerry Reid, Sean's a big fan of Jerry Reid, therefore I cannot go near
Well,
him.
any particular one, Andy?
Ach, will you stop?
Up to you, anything.
No, tell us. Give us a song.
Eastbound Down if you have it.
What?
Eastbound Down if you have it.
You got that?
No.
Bound
Bound.
down.
Something.
Down.
Eastbound down.
Eastbound down.
Yeah.
Eastbound down, Jerry.
All right then. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. You should encourage these people. You're
That's
encouraging
what you
him.
do. Well, what about call two?
A bird has been found at Handy on Valentine's Day. A yellow bird with markings. Yellow bird with markings way up in banana tree. In Strabane it is, Strabane area. Across the border to Lifford, I think is. Yellow bird with markings. Its bird is found in Strabane today. Nobody thought I'd sing that. A cat found. A white cat with a red collar has been found in the Ardmore Park area of Belfast 48 hours ago. It is a lovely, friendly cat, obviously someone's pet. There we are. That cat has been secured. Could you please say a big, loving, happy Valentine's Day to the best fiancé in the world, Eugene McLaughlin. Tell him I love him very much. Thanking you very much and thanking you in anticipation. That's from Sharon. Please wish Geordie Tuft a happy Valentine's Day from Barbara, the rooster lady. Hope the roosters are still busy. Roosters get time and a half, don't they, on Valentine's Day? Could you please wish Bombay Laurie all the best on his charity work building a small village in Cape Town and tell him he'll be sadly missed for the new year. He has a heart of gold and we hope he enjoys every minute. That's from Ray McGuinness and all in Cocoon Corner Casement, which is not easy to say.
Will you play Gay McIntyre? Try that again. Will you play Gay McIntyre, please?
I would love to, and I'll tell you where it is. On my desk, there's a phone, and it's underneath the phone. And if maybe perhaps Emma, of course, in her condition, I don't want her to go up the stairs.
Maybe the undertone could nip up.
The undertone, maybe you could tell the undertone I have to go away early today.
Okay. All right, I'll tell him that. Have you got David Little's latest CD called Interlude?
I have it, but I haven't listened to it yet, and I don't know. I always like to listen to stuff before I play it. I just haven't had an opportunity. I've had a lot of CDs come in, which I have a lot of CDs that people have sent me that I haven't had a chance to listen to yet because I go home early.
Could you take a wee call?
Yes, in a moment, please. I was hoping you could tell me the name of the last musician was played before the news came on. The volume levels seem to be very low, as I find it difficult to hear what Sean and Gerry are saying. So I turn the volume up and then I have to turn it down again when the news comes on. You see, what can I do about that?
Ada would like you to play, Ada from Ballycastle would like you to play Blueberry Hill or by Fats Domino.
I did that once before and I'm never going to do it again.
Or Love and Happiness by Willie and Kimmy.
I don't have that with me. Maybe you could get it. I'll play it, certainly, if you can get it. The gentleman asked a question, but you just barged on, didn't give me a chance to answer it. The last musician was a fellow called Owen O'Callaghan. He called himself Best Boy Grip, and the song was called Barbara. And hopefully he'll be in here playing some songs for us live within the next few weeks. And I think his stuff can be downloaded on iTunes. There we are. Best Boy Grip. Take a note of that.
Could you say Happy Valentine's Day to Kevin O'Donnell in Troy Park here in Derry? Listens to your show every day while walking along the quay.
God bless him.
Yeah, lots of love from his
Dodging
wife,
the
Roberta.
dog dirt.
Yes.
Dodging the dog dirt. Hello, good morning. See, there's nobody there. Is it two? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Who's that? Hello?
Hello.
Yes? Hello?
Is that Gerry?
Yes, Geordie, can you hear me?
Just very, very faintly.
Well, I don't know what's going on. These levels are driving me crazy. Somebody sent you a happy Valentine's greeting?
Yes, I was in Bondbridge today.
The Rooster Lady.
Bondbridge Town.
Yes, indeed. Is that what you are
And I
today?
got Sean a lovely bunch of flowers and red roses.
You were given them or did you buy them?
And pickets, yes. Where I get the feed.
Were you dying?
And pickets, in Bondbridge.
Mm-hmm. Do you go to Banbridge on a regular basis?
I do my shopping on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. This is indeed a Tuesday.
Huh.
And indeed, what do you go in for a little jar, maybe perhaps when you're there?
Oh, yes.
Where do you go? What establishment do you
I'm
frequent?
still waiting on carbolic soap and Lansbury.
Sean, you should have reminded me about
Hey?
that. You should have reminded me about that. I was supposed to send Geordie some carbolic soap.
That's right.
The stuff
The
we have
Lifebuoy
upstairs.
soap.
Will you remind me after?
I shall.
We'll send that to you, Geordie.
Right, thank you, Gerry.
Not at all. It's a pleasure.
I'll give her a look till we get out.
Yes, indeed. I'll
Very
try.
nice.
I'll try the best I can.
Where would you get carbolic soap in the County Down area?
I don't know. It's upstairs on our desk.
No, that's not the same stuff the lady said. This is
Is this the same
is
stuff? Oh,
carbolic.
carbolic,
Soap,
I'm sorry.
Carbolic soap for washing clothes.
I don't know, to
No,
be honest.
yeah.
I don't. The one tree of my life is punk rock. Have you got any gas can ruckus? No, I don't have at the moment. Now, hold on a second. I've got a wee request to play here. Hold on, let me just get this right before I forget. The machine is. Please play a happy 90th birthday to my beautiful Nonna Fiorenza McGartland. Now, we've talked to Fiorenza before. She's of Italian extraction. With lots and lots of love from Michelle and all the family. We all love her so much. There we are. That's Fiorenza, still going strong, I'm pleased to say. 90 years old. Now, this is St. Valentine's Day.
What about Gay McIntyre? What was the... Oh, it's under your phone. Sorry, I beg your pardon. You told me. I beg your pardon. I just remembered. I wrote it down, see a note, Gay McIntyre, ?
Under phone.
And I didn't realise.
Under phone, yes.
Sorry, you were
okay.
saying.
I was saying, this is St. Valentine's Day. And, a lot of people are introduced to the female form in ways that maybe perhaps not good for them. Now, I hesitate to bring this up, but you know what your experience was with Barbara Stanwyck.
Yeah. She
And I
put me
know.
off cowboy films
Well, you see,
forever.
she showed you her breasts at a time when you weren't ready to see them. You
The
didn't
City
know what
Picture
they were.
House in Derry.
You didn't know what they were, and they scared you. They scared you, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I didn't like her for it.
You didn't like. You didn't think she had them.
No, I didn't.
They came as a complete surprise to you.
Yeah, it was
Now
a
this-
Saturday afternoon.
I know. Well, this John McMenamin has thought about this, and he's written a poem called "The Big Valley."
How do you think about that?
Mr. Coyle, when just a lad, to the cinema did go. His gansy ripped and torn, his short pants hung down low. His little hands were grubby, he rubbed them on his thighs. A mere line of bum fluff hair grew between his eyes. Across the aisle he saw a man with shoes of alligator. Sean did not approach, that was to come much later. Sean loved a western, where cowboys ruled the land. He settled back deep in his seat with his lolly in his hand. A stagecoach galloped across the screen. Bad men lay in wait. Sean watched with open eyes. Oh, what would be their fate? The driver threw the strong box down. The outlaws yelled with glee. A lady stepped out from the coach with a nylon-covered knee. The lady stood there with long blonde hair and said, I'm Kentucky Kate. Holding up stages and stealing wages is something I sure hate. She threw up her frock. Oh, what a shock. 2 derringers in her hand. She killed the gang with a bang, 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 then pulled out a sequined fan. Sean looked up at this goddess, the most famous of all stars, and marvelled that the derringers had been so close to her drawers. Her golden hair flew wild and free, on her lovely face a frown. It was Barbara Stanwyck. Changed Sean's life. But then she suddenly bent down. He'd never seen such a deep ravine, a cleft between the rocks. Sean cried, by golly, dropped his lolly, and shivered in his socks. Such a sight to see for a lad so wee. He felt his face redden, covered in perspiration and consternation. He whispered, stall the wind. You missed that.
I did.
That great divide, what did it hide? Was it a western stunt? What? No, you'd better not guess this one. Why did Barbara Stanwyck have 2 humps on her front? Sean gleeked and Sean peeped, trying to understand a deep ravine he'd never seen on any normal man. Sean was loath to call them a growth, but something wasn't right. The one on the left was an identical twin of the other one on the right. What can they be? Thought the lad so wee. I thought I knew, by heck. Why does Barbara Stanwyck have 2 saddlebags round her neck? The film moved on, but little Sean had no interest in the plot. All he thought of Barbara Stanwyck and what a lot she'd got. The film nearly over. In the final scene, the camera showed a graphic close-up of the great ravine. Like a scalded pup, Sean jumped up, ran into the night. His brain had overloaded. He would never, ever be right. He had seen too much, too young, and by such his vanity stole away. Twisted and bent, a great believer in Lent, Sean would always stay. What Sean saw on the silver screen has left Sean a wreck. Barbara Stanwyck in her deep ravine is an albatross round his neck. He became a moaner, interrupter, groaner, a creature of the night, an ancient mariner, a strange tale carrier, and a terrible, terrible sight. He lives in fright, can't sleep at night. Boobophobia, doctors say. He gets up so grumpy to face another day. He would bleat like a goat at an open coat and said, put that away. Even a blue tit on a fence can send the lad to lay. O blighted man with staff in hand, walk on into that dark night, trying to erase why did he gaze in such a fearsome sight? That deep ravine he saw on the screen has turned strong men to loons. Sean curses Barbara Stanwyck, yet he fears her balloons.